I made this video for you to give you hope that maybe you're not as psychotic as you think you are. Or maybe you do need to get diagnosed with schizophrenia. Because sometimes I feel like it's schizo, especially after this week, after I almost quit my dream. So I'm making this for anyone who's in the middle of chasing their dream, it still isn't there, and feels absolutely crazy. Anyways, so I had this dream to be in music since I was 21. I wanted to be a full-time artist. This was when I was at a concert, a Luke Bryan concert. In the summer, I got dragged to my first concert ever. But there, I felt this elevated thought in my head. The thought where your hairs on your arm go up. And I heard this voice in my head say, "You're gonna do that." I was in the middle of business school though. 21, it didn't make much sense. At the time, I wasn't very good at guitar. Wasn't the best singer. Anyways, years passed by, and I actually, go figure, when you pursue something just for money and not for what you're made to do, you get miserable. So after 4 years at a consulting company that just grinds you to the bone, it's one of those big four companies, if you know what I mean, I quit. And I remember my mom telling me the day after I quit, "Should I say I'm proud of you? Because I'm not." That was humbling. And I honestly just quit thinking it would work out. It's been a year since I quit, actually. When I quit, I had 22 monthly listeners on Spotify. So that was humbling. The music dream was really taking off. But what was interesting is before I told the rest of my family that I quit, my aunt had a dream that I had a song go to the top of the charts about a girl with a fish necklace, and then I was super popular in China. Very interesting dream. I didn't tell anyone else that. Is that a sign? But anyways, this week, despite that, my whole nervous system this week is just like ready to quit. I wanted to quit. Honestly, I want to quit sometimes. I want to just be able to come home from a 9 to 5 and just watch TV. But I can't. I physically can't. Tonight I was just working on album covers for these songs that have also been frustrating me because they're just not quite where it's at, and I've spent hundreds of hours on them. And I recently deleted over 900 TikToks trying to make it happen, but I was just like too try hard. And so I'm learning you can't grip it too tight. You notice it's always the people who don't try that hard who seem to make the most progress. Obviously they're still focused and disciplined, but you catch my drift. But anywho, my final point is you always see the videos of the people at the end of the day who make it. You hear the stories of Chris Stapleton didn't make it till he was 38, and these other people making it late in life. But I don't know. I don't have a plan B. Like, what am I just supposed to go into a sales job now and then be like, "So you went for this dream, but you failed, and now you're coming back?" I don't have a plan B. It's just awkward with my family. They're like, "What are you doing?" But it's hard to explain when you have these inklings. The last thing I'll say is, last Friday, I had a buddy from Rwanda, and I feel like their dream culture is vivid, but he told me that he had a dream of me selling my music catalog. It's like, what? Do you even know what a music catalog is? But with that being said, I will show you how dismal my views are on TikTok and Instagram. I'm not focused on how many likes and views and streams on Spotify anymore. I used to, because I was like, this is a sign of success. Now I'm just like, am I writing every day? Am I posting every day? And then I get a dopamine hit like that. But I'm just gonna show you. It's been painfully slow. But this is what it's like in the middle of a dream. And if anyone else is in the middle, comment below. Let's keep each other accountable. But I'm not even gonna leave you with the cliche or anything. Like, I'm not even gonna say you're not crazy for believing in it, because I do feel crazy. So I'd be lying to you. But all I gotta say is I feel like I'm too far gone now to not keep going for it. And while it does seem easier to quit, I feel like I just resent everything the rest of my life. So let's not be like that. That would suck to be a coward.